With Traders Profit Club. I'm so glad to be on today, you guys. Friday is going to be a big day to talk about some markets, okay? So what we're going to talk about today is that the markets going into the next week are going to start to have a solidification or have some type of momentum, right? We've had a lot of consolidation. If we just look at the map from the last couple of days, we can see from here to around here for the last 37 days we've been in consolidation, and even if we go back to previous structure, we can see where the market did retrace to the downside. We can say we've been in a 50-day consolidation, you guys. So this being said, this 50-day consolidation has shown a lot of markets buildup of liquidity, okay? So the reason why I talked about market moves today and why my thumbnail or my capture was today is that there's going to be some huge market moves today, okay, you guys? Because whenever there's a lot of liquidity being trapped, as we know that the market is only trending 50% of the time, how there's a 50-50 market, right? So if we put that down, and I'm just going to map out a couple things for you guys just to show you exactly what I mean by this, okay? So that 50-50 measure. So 50% of the time, the market is trending. Excuse me. And then 50% of the time, market is consolidating. Consolidation. Okay. Whoops, spelled that wrong. Should have graduated. I'm joking, guys. So 50-50 rule. Okay, so 50% of the market is trending, 50% of the market is consolidating. So that being said, if the market is consolidating 50% of the time and then the market is trending 50% of the time, then we know that there has to be a trend that comes out of this consolidation, okay? So that is showing us where we look for the MACD momentum. And I'm going to do this, you guys, basically for all pairs. As we know, XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, and so forth, all these other cryptos, they're going to be a driving factor with the momentum, going to be an established factor with all cryptos, right? If we're talking about structure of all cryptos, right? So not all coins, but cryptos in general. So when we're talking about this, okay, so we can see that there's been a bullish MACD where there's a lot of momentum to the upside, where we can see from that swing low to that swing high. As we can see the RSI, if we go to the daily chart, we can see how the market has been showing a lower low formation at that 30 level or that 20 level on that bounce off. So we're going to be seeing a nice market momentum to the upside soon enough, okay, you guys? So what I wanted to show you guys is that this could possibly be the bull trap, okay? So we can see that the downwards, we had that market of the bear trap, or excuse me, yeah, the bear trap here, where people thought it was going to trap, then markets spiked back up to the upside, and then we know from there it is already established, right? So then this is where we're trying to see, okay? We're going to see probably price retest these previous structures. Market might spike to the upside, giving this inducing factor, right? Because the market has to have traders that bite on the bait, right? Just like with fish, right? We put the bait out in the water, right, for the fish to smell it and then go towards where the bait is, right? Once the bait, people really bite on the bait, then that's when they reel them in. So that's what we call a bull and a bear trap, is that we induce them, induce to buy or sell, okay? So we can see that the market is either inducing to buy or sell at this time. So what's going to happen is the market could possibly be making that induce factor right here. So probably market could test, because as we know, you guys, if we put on the moving averages, that we're still in a bear market. So you can put an EMA for the 200 moving average there. We can already see that market price is already showing it a nice consolidation, but we still know that if we were to make this a 200 moving average, which we will hear now, we can see that we're still in a bear market, okay? So as we can see, that price is probably going to retest this bear market, where the market is going to have this nice bounce to the upside, as we can see previous structure, okay? So that being said, market price spike was up here. We saw a spike up here, right? Testing that 200 moving average. And what are we probably going to see? We can already see our RSI is low. We can see MACDs onto the low side going to the upside, where he'll have a lot of bullish liquidity to the upside. And this is what's going to probably retest this market to then have that retrace down to the market section. And then we can already put a nice Fibonacci retracement, right, from that upside, from that swing high to that swing low, and we can perfectly see that 50% retracement level, which probably price is going to have a nice retracement off, okay, you guys? And then price is going to continue and drop from there. So this is where my hypothesis is for a lot of cryptos, as we know that Bitcoin is the leading factor of markets, just like the US dollar and Forex. We know that when Bitcoin goes higher, Ethereum and Ripple usually follow afterwards. So what we want to see is a lot of momentum out of this liquidity trap, which is between this consolidation area, guys. For the last 52 days, we've been in that consolidation liquidity trap. So after that, we want to see that breakout to the upside, test that 50% Fibonacci reversal, move to swing highs, and then after we see that, have one hit to the high, two hit to the high, trap those buyers. After we see those buyers being trapped at that 5,000 psychological level, we're going to see price then retrace to the downside, and market price will then have a nice shortfall after that. Okay, so what to say about cryptos in general? We should see a nice bear trap, or we like to say, excuse me, a bull trap. Sorry for saying that wrong. So a bull trap is essentially what we talked about earlier. We want to see the market go from that from that downward spike to that upward spike. So bull trap established, and after we see that bull trap established, which is right here, then we want to see the market retrace back to the downside, testing that 3,500, because what the market loves to do is break and retest, you guys. I will say this over and over again, right? So the market will then break and retest. So we have that break of those highs, right? Break to the lows, right? We have two structures right here. After the market breaks out of this area, consolidates at that 50% moving average, retests this market cycle, then retraces to the downside. After we're going to see that break to the downside once again. And I'll show you guys exactly what I mean, because we can already see that price did the same thing as we are at those area, the same area that market broke out of, right, in 2017, where you had that bull market. We had the same area be retest right now in 2019, which we like to call the 2-year leap, right? This 2-year leap is not always established in all markets, but the 2-year leap does have a huge format on when break and retest established on a big variety of the market shares, right? So that's where we're trying to see where market price is going to go into the near future highs, have that 50% retracement, have that bullish trap where liquidity will be trapped in that market cycle, and then we're probably going to see a downward spike after that, okay? So moving forward, we could possibly see some next things going into the market spikes as we look at XRP and we look at Bitcoin. So if we were to trade this against XRP Bitcoin, we can see that market price is definitely going to have a spike to the downside. As we can see, Bitcoin is definitely going to have this. So there's that polarity aspect, you guys. As we use gold to understand how the dollar is going to be going up or higher, we can use crypto XRP to see where Bitcoin, right? As we know that Ripple just passed Ethereum on the market shares and market volume for crypto. We can see that market value is probably going to have a short spike to the downside, where it's going to probably retest this level of maybe even down to maybe 50 flat, possibly. We're going to see a nice consolidation to the down spike, and then see that inverse W formation to have that spike to the high, and then that will give us validation that Bitcoin is also going to have that nice spike to the upside, which then will show that polarity aspect, where then XRP BTC will then have a downward spike, and that will show you a nice market share spike to the downside, which you can do a short on XRP BTC. And we have to take in consideration that we're already in under justified pessimism, which is an undersold position. When we know that we're oversold, then we're definitely going to have to be into an upward spike eventually. But as we can see, the moving averages were cut through this like butter. So we're not going to be able to validate this moving average, as we know that it's going in between this moving average right now. So there's not essentially a trend. We're in a consolidation range between this pair right now. So we're not going to be able to establish we're not going to be able to establish a bullish or bearish trend right now. We're just trading on the scalping positions and trying to find the best positions available, okay? So going into Ethereum, we can see the same thing happening, where we have that market spike to the upside, having that retrace to the down. As we can see, market and RSI is showing a lower position, so we know momentum is going to be coming up to the upside soon enough. Retest this 200 moving average, so you could possibly see market price even test that 175, but we're looking at that 150 area to 160 area, where it's that safe haven market. So market price will be able to basically be able to validate itself, see, oh, okay, so price is going to go a little higher. We can see that validation aspect of it, and then probably see a market spike to the downside. So we're not going to go long that, or we're not going to go long for that. We're not going to go very long on this trend. We're just going to be looking for the market spike to the upside soon enough. So that being said, you guys, this is not really that long of a video. I just wanted to show you guys what's going to happen with the crypto markets, or what I believe personally is going to happen to the crypto markets in the near future, where price is going to be going, what the market looks to be doing. We're going to definitely be looking on XRP BTC for a short. I'm going to be putting that in the Discord once I see my market price hit an area that I like, to retest these psychological levels at that 200 moving average. And previously, we can look at gold right now before we do this. As we can see, gold did exactly what we talked about, okay? We just took profit, almost took profit on this gold position. We went long on gold, XAU gold. So if you went on our Discord, if you look at our Discord, we had this trade available. We had that market breakout to the upside to test that 1300 level, as it did perfectly shown as we predicted. Price already hit this gold position, and super excited, you guys. Looks like we're killing it in the markets. We have Naeem killing it with cryptos, and I'm over here trading the crypto forex market as well. I'm trying to give you guys the best trades available. So hopefully you guys are getting a lot of information out of this. Hopefully you guys are understanding a lot of these price values and stuff like that. As we can see, we already have a trailer over this crossing area right here. If market price breaks this 37,500 area, which is a psychological area, we're going to be getting a retest to 4,000 level, which is going to be a nice trade, okay? So that being said, you guys, this is going to be it for today's market value and market prediction and analysis. I'm going to be in the Discord a little later today, you guys. If you have any other questions, feel free to put any questions on the Forex or crypto chat. And we'll also be having live trading sessions. If you guys are looking to do sessions training with me or Naeem, will have that available. We have all the things you need to do to become a profitable trader and to become a psychologically structured trader as well. We don't just talk about technical analysis here, guys. We talk about human psychology and how to be able to train your mind to see market for what it is and not for what it isn't, okay? So thank you guys again for being on today's live stream. If you guys have any questions, feel free to put on the Discord as of now. But if you guys have any further questions, you can put into the Discord, okay? Have a great day, you guys. Stay safe, stay profitable. Have a great weekend. Make sure that you guys are staying healthy and you're doing the right things, okay? So have a good one, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.